Hey guys, Tonester back. Got another ace tanker. Today we've got Tint Aces and he is in his AMX 30. And looks like that's the Tier 9 AMX series of the French tanks. And he is going to show us how to play this on Pro Karofka. Now, he's not top tier, but this thing is actually pretty fast. And it's got a pretty good turret, a better turret than the AMX 30 first pro or B. Pardon me, I get those two mixed up. The Tier 10. Anyway, and it's because the cupola is not quite as prominent. It's also got a very good gun. It's got blistering DPM, but it's not super accurate. So, same kind of thing. 7.34 second reload is quite fast. So, let's see what he can do here. He's playing slow to start, looks like, and these guys up on the hill here have shots down into the middle, and let's see how he does with that. He's not firing gold rounds, so that's kind of interesting in my opinion, why he wouldn't fire any gold rounds. So there are guys creeping up the hill. The middle is no longer as great of a spot, especially from this side, because it feels like the hill is somewhat protected now. You can still get shots if they get too aggressive, but pulling up into the location where our Char Fatur is not necessarily a great place to go, in my opinion. And little bit of backing off into the T110E4. So this is not a long game, folks, but you're in for a treat. And I don't know what we're doing here. Maybe we had to go get some coffee or something. I don't know. And it looks like he's at 92%. So it looks like maybe he's trying to 3-mark this tank. So Tint is our resident Unicum. And he hides his stats. That's why you don't see his stats. But if you go look up his stats, he plays on EU, and he is an excellent player. So, always great to have a Unicum watching your channel. Not very often do you get that. In fact, Klaus had one of his videos on Tint Aces. So, I think Klaus actually pronounced his name better than I did. Quite honestly. But what does he see? Apparently he sees a deadlock on the hill, and he's deciding maybe it's time to relocate. So they do have a pretty good spread on the map, and that Jagdtiger is being extremely aggressive, right? Way too aggressive for a Tier 10 match. Let's see if he survives it, though. Okay, it looks like their campers are spotted. And as I would have guessed, he does not survive that. And that's unfortunate. Like we said, the accuracy on this tank is not great, but it does have good gun handling. So I'm not sure what Wargaming was thinking with this tank. And maybe Tint can shed a little light on this tank for us. I don't know. But I've seen people play it, and I've heard about it a little bit. But quite honestly, it doesn't appeal to me. Something with bad accuracy, but great DPM. And okay armor just doesn't seem as if it would be my kind of tank. So this E100 is pushing forward. And as he pushes forward, he's able to get lights because people are shooting at that E100. So, good patience here. And you notice that Tint is using the bush cover that's available. And he is backing off and using bush mechanics if and when he can. That's always a good feeling to kill the arty, right? But Tint is getting into some dangerous territory, and I think he knows it. Look how slow he's creeping up on this E4. So, or is the E4 dead? I think that was the T30 that died back there. They don't have a huge amount on this side, to be honest, but it doesn't take much to make it pretty tough. So you notice that that Tint pulls up just enough. He knows he's got good camo. He pulls up just enough to spot the enemy tank. And he just pulls up just a little bit, and he waits for the guy to fire, right? So, slow game so far. Slow game. But positionally, when you take position like this, like he's doing, he's in a great position in the end, right? He's like going to be in a great position to farm damage and also assist if he can clear this side of the map off. Unfortunately, his teammates are not doing much to dissuade this Tortoise or this T110E4. So let's see what Tint can do. There we go. There's some side shots on that Tortoise. And look at the positioning. He's in a great position. He's wow. 1,400 assist here. So he's in a great position to back these guys off and hopefully and get some assists, but hopefully he'll be able to get some damage himself here shortly. I happen to have the end results, so there's plenty of HP left on this team, right? So Tint is playing light tank very well, and they have 2 RDs left, and the enemy has none. So he is able to kind of sit here and just collect damage, assist. So if you're having trouble pushing this map, doing what he's doing is good. You want to kind of pause a little bit. And the reason you want to pause in bushes for a little bit is because if the enemy then fires, then they lose their camo. That's the key with tank destroyers, is that you want them to lose their camo so that they get spotted and then your team can wreck them. Okay, he's up to 4,500 assist. Only 800 damage here, so it's looking like he's made the decision. He's pushing in. And this grill is in all sorts of trouble. There's only 2 guys left, and he's loading HE rounds and using the vehicles around him like a boss to defend himself. And he had HE loaded, so he's going to go ahead and load standard rounds now. It looks like this Tortoise is actually got quite the repair crew as he gets stunned by his own team. But he's picking up some damage here, but he has 6,300 assist. So there's another 3K damage, 6,300 assist game, 3 kills, mid-tier. So his push basically won that side of the map for him. So you notice he relocated and was able to get into a position to be a light tank until he thought he had a chance to go in and actually clean up damage, which is exactly what he did. And that's what Unicums do. They will find a position where they can either do damage or help their team carry the flank, and then once they have a chance, they're going to go after damage. And he had 508 HP left, which is, you can't take it with you to the garage. You may as well use your HP to get damage. So let's look at the after action on this. Okay, here we are at the after action report. We have an ace tanker and a patrol duty, which is always a nice medal to get. On Prokhorovka for his 1,424 base XP, 3,000 damage, and 3 kills. That's a high base XP for a tier 10, 1,427. 15 shots, 11 hits, 9 pens, and the big thing is a 6,700 assists. So that takes him up to, what's that, 9,700 9,800 combined. Wow. Getting close to that 10K, Tint. 27,000 credits because he didn't fire a lot of shots and had a little bit of vehicle repair. And of course, he didn't have any special experience going on, so he just ended up with the base experience. But to actually gain credits in a tier 10 game with the standard account is quite impressive. So we appreciate you sending that in, Tint. We will catch you guys next time. Tonester out.